Welcome, everybody. Hello. Welcome to today's webinar. As you guys log in, go ahead and introduce yourself in the chat. We've got some exciting content for you today, and we'll start just a couple minutes after the top of the hour. Just as a reminder, go ahead and keep yourself on mute, and if you're not on mute, go ahead and put yourself on mute. We're going to be primarily using the chat feature today because we have a large group. Awesome. I love seeing everybody introduce themselves. All right. Hopefully everybody has their cup of coffee or tea or green juice, whatever your drink of choice is. Great. Hi, everybody. We are talking Toolkit today, and our team is so excited. So we are going to wait here just a minute or two more to let everybody hop in. We'll say this again, but this is a recorded webinar, so you will get this recording after today's webinar as well as the presentation. Good morning. All right. I love these big get-togethers. Everybody's saying hello from all across the state. All right. So team, tell me when we're ready and we'll jump right in. Maybe we give it a minute more, but we do have a lot to cover today and we know there's going to be some questions. So we want to make sure that we get everybody's questions answered along with the content.
All right, let's get going, Jordan, because we have so much to talk about.
Great. All right. So first, I wanted to introduce you to our presenters today. If we can move to the next slide. Amazing. So today you're meeting our wonderful marketing team. So Colorado Gives Foundation is proud to present a robust nonprofit toolkit as well as a business toolkit to you every year. And these are the folks that are behind the scenes making it all happen. So we have Jessica Hanner, Cindy Matthews, Lindsay Fontenot, and they are going to be presenting on different aspects of the toolkit and sharing how we are presenting these resources and how you can use them to make a big impact on Colorado Gives Day. For today, we're going to be chatting just quickly about housekeeping. We're going to talk about the marketing campaign overview. We are going to take a tour of the new nonprofit resources page, which I'm really excited about. We're going to talk about the actual toolkit assets, so what they are and how you can use them. And then we are going to talk about how to use Canva, which is an amazing free tool that we're encouraging all nonprofits to use this year. And then, of course, we'll have time built in at the end for Q&A. All right. So just a little housekeeping for today. Of course, just a reminder, if you don't know the date for Colorado Gives Day, it is December 10th, 2024. And early giving starts on November 1st. And we are excited, to say the least. Here's some webinar housekeeping for you. As I mentioned, this webinar is being recorded, and afterwards, everybody who RSVP'd and who attended live will get the slide deck and the recording. We ask everybody to stay on mute. We're going to communicate primarily through Zoom chat. So go ahead and make sure that's open. So if you have any questions, we can answer it there during the webinar or during the Q&A section at the end. A reminder that any demo material that you see today, any donor data, anything that's displayed is not real. And so we just want to make sure that you understand that we are protecting data and donor privacy. All right. So before we get started, just a quick reminder to tie everything together with the amazing toolkit that we're going to go through today. So we are providing a number of resources to you year-round and for Colorado Gives Day, in addition to the toolkit. We're going to review the nonprofit resources page today, and you can find that in the footer of coloradogives.org. We also have an amazing help center, so FAQs on everything you might need for coloradogives.org. We have webinars available, you are in it now, for Colorado Gives Day. So a webinar series specifically to train you and get you ready and up to date on everything you need for Colorado Gives Day. So you can scan that QR code and head right there to RSVP for the rest of the series through October. We also have a series with Next After Institute. They are a digital-first fundraising consortium. They have a number of resources, but they are focused on providing nonprofits trainings and resources to be the best digital fundraisers they can be. So make sure to check out this webinar series. It's a monthly webinar. We post it after it happens, and you can engage with all the content. And last, but certainly not least, you, meaning every nonprofit on coloradogives.org, has access to a free Catch-a-Fire subscription. This is pro bono work that you can use to get stuff done, whether it's for your Colorado Gives Day campaign or any projects you have for your staff of your nonprofit. All you have to do is log in to Catch-a-Fire, drop your email to get started, and you can have nonprofit professional volunteers help you with your work, anything from accounting to digital fundraising and everything in between. So definitely check that out. We want to encourage everybody to be leveraging this free capacity building tool. This is sponsored by Colorado Gives Foundation. We are on a mission to build capacity for nonprofits in Colorado.
Hey, Jordan, can we take a quick break? We have several
Sure.
people saying that the slides are blurry, and Zoom says to try stop sharing the screen and reshare again without optimizing for video clip. So
Okay.
let's give that a shot, everybody, and see if that makes any difference. It could also be because we have lots of people on the call, but we'll try Zoom solution number 1 and see if that works.
Hope Stacy Sanders says, highly recommend Catch-a-Fire. Live testimonials, folks.
Let's see if that's any better.
That looks better to me. We get some thumbs up. Awesome. All right. So a quick refresher on why we're here today and why everybody's so excited for this thing called Colorado Gives Day. This is a statewide movement. So we are all coming together to drive more good, to drive more generosity for nonprofits in Colorado. It's one of the largest giving days in the US, which is amazing. So we are ahead of the curve and doing an amazing job in Colorado at building philanthropy together. For Colorado Gives Day, there is a $1 million plus incentive fund available each year to boost all of your donors' donations. This year, you're also going to experience a $250,000 recurring gift match, which we'll talk more about a little bit later on today and in our prize webinars later on in October. Just like in years past, First Bank provides $100,000 in prizes for nonprofits to incentivize and excite nonprofits each year to grow their campaigns. As we mentioned, free Catch-a-Fire support is available for you to build out your digital fundraising campaigns, everything from marketing to the finance and the back ends. There are donor prizes. So we are working on some exciting donor prizes to help excite your donors as well. There's free marketing and communication toolkits, so what we're going to go over today for all nonprofits. And we're providing a campaign calendar and checklist, as well as a statewide paid ad campaign. So we are spreading the word and investing in spreading the word for Colorado Gives Day. There is over $400,000 plus in-kind media sponsorships, which is amazing and growing every year. So we are continuing to spread the word and gain excitement and bring new donors to all of the nonprofits participating in Colorado Gives Day. And then we also are putting on the Good for Business Challenge. So helping nonprofits solidify connections with businesses that want to do good, that want to raise funds for those nonprofits. So we're really excited about that as well. Let's take a moment to go and look at the campaign overview. I'll hand it over to Jessica Hanner.
Thank you, Jordan. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for taking time out this morning. I know things are busy, but it's so helpful where we can walk through this with you and make it a little easier for you to be able to take all of these resources that we provide and use it so you can have the best Colorado Gives Day yet. So real quick, an overview of our campaign. So we are leveraging, for those that participated last year, we're leveraging the same campaign we created last year. And the goal of what we're changing within this is that we're optimizing. So we looked at performance of the campaign and looked at what headlines were performing well, what messaging seemed to perform well as well, and focusing on that and utilizing that this year in hopes that as donors see our orange look and feel of the campaign, they'll instantly think Colorado Gives Day and be like, oh, great, this is the best time to join again. One thing that we did find from donors in a survey that we did after they donated for Colorado Gives Day is that they love being part of the statewide movement of Colorado Gives Day. So we want to make sure that we keep this consistent and as a movement as a whole for Colorado of where the day and time where Colorado gives to Colorado's nonprofits. And so as you can see, that's kind of the look and feel, the main colors as well within this. And we are using the campaign line of easily the best day to give. And so this is just a follow-up of Colorado Gives Day, easily the best day to give. And as we are working on our media buy and figuring out kind of how we want to message this for every little tactic we have, we are working towards campaign objectives overall. So our number one objective is that we do want to create awareness of Colorado Gives Day by expanding our reach with paid and organic media. So every year we try to expand even more and even more to get awareness with donors who have not heard of Colorado Gives Day yet. We do want to make sure we gain new donors for all of the nonprofits that are on coloradogives.org. So the goal is we're driving traffic to the site. They can find the cause that matters most to them and select the nonprofit that they would like to donate and give a gift to. We also want to help with you retaining your existing donors that have donated on coloradogives.org. And we do want to make sure that we've got a consistent look and feel across all the messaging within Colorado Gives Day. So as you'll see later on in this deck, we will continue to provide templates that you can use to customize them for your own organization and be able to carry that look and feel through everything. We also want to make sure that we have clear call to actions. So making sure we're driving donors or potential donors to your coloradogives.org fundraising page. So make sure everything you do has that because they need to know where to go to donate. And then we also want to make sure that whatever we're offering, that it is flexible to support your cause. And so that's kind of how we're moving forward with why we're doing this campaign and everything that goes into it and what we're working towards. And within some of, when we developed the toolkit and the nonprofit resource page and optimized it, we did look at feedback. So thank you to everyone who did take the nonprofit survey earlier this year. It helped us to understand a little bit more of what was useful, what wasn't. So some of the learnings that we walked away with is most nonprofits prefer to see the all of the toolkit assets in September. So we moved up the dates this year and we're in September and we're presenting and providing all of this information to you. That way you can go ahead and customize for your own materials and your own ad buys that you have as well. Some were very overwhelmed with the choice. And so what we did is we actually took a step back and looked at the toolkit as a whole and was like, okay, we have a lot of information in this 30-page document. How can we make it a little bit more absorbable from everyone? And so with that, we kind of restructured it, which you'll see as we go through the nonprofit resource page and the toolkit. How can we make it easier so you have the assets that you know you can market and advertise with? And then how can you know kind of all the details of Colorado Gives Day? We have so many programs and things happening. How can we make sure that it's very clear and easy to comprehend? Because there's a lot happening during Colorado Gives Day. And then the other comment was participants requested more training to roll this out effectively. So as part of today, we are going to walk through using the templates and Canva and how to update those as well. It's really easy, and you'll see as Lindsay walks through it, just how easy it is, which you'll know it won't take a lot of time to be able to customize some of these materials that you can use in social. And then the other thing is just kind of more of what was being used for the toolkit. So we ensured that we continued to keep these within the toolkit. There were a couple of items in there that were not used at all. And so we are not including that within the toolkit this year. So making sure we're giving you the tools that you need to move forward and be able to promote Colorado Gives Day. And so now I am going to go through the nonprofit resource page. So as many of you may know, we already have a nonprofit resource page on coloradogives.org. However, we've optimized it so everyone can see. And can you see my screen?
It looks great, Jess.
Perfect, thank you. So we optimized it to really focus on everything you need to know, not only about year-round giving, but also Colorado Gives Day. So we've created this page where this page is going to be the page where you can find everything you need to know. So you don't have to worry about pulling up a separate PDF. You don't have to worry about pulling up the toolkit. Everything is linked in here. So I would love, and I think we'd all love, just look at this page all the time. Reference this page. When you get an email, we're going to start pushing to this page because we do want to make sure we provide you with one resource that has everything that you need. So we're going to walk through kind of what the new Good for Nonprofits resource page has. And as a quick reminder, to get to this on coloradogives.org, you can get to this in the footer under support. There's a nonprofit resources link. So you can click on that and then know for every email that we send out with statuses or updates on Colorado Gives Day, we are going to keep pushing you to this page, and we're going to make sure that this page has all the updates on it. So you always have one source of truth to always come to at any time. So essentially, we start off the page with if somebody is new to coloradogives.org, we want to make sure we're sending them to the right area. So talking through the benefits of coloradogives.org, and then also the sign up so they can join coloradogives.org. And then we come into Colorado Gives Day. And so this is the section that really covers a lot about Colorado Gives Day. And so we have the date of when you need to make sure that you're enrolled by. So this is for new nonprofits. If you're already on to coloradogives.org, you are great. You'll be focusing on just updating your page and make sure content is ready for Colorado Gives Day. In here, you'll see that we have a link for our marketing and advertising toolkit. And so we'll go through that after I go through the resource page. But essentially, there's a handy link right here. This is giving you all the assets that you need that include messaging, logos, templates for email, templates for social, press release template. So this is where you're really going to leverage. This is something that if you do have a separate marketing and advertising team, you can send this to them as well so they can utilize the assets for Colorado Gives Day. And then we have a calendar and checklist. So this here is a calendar. So if you click the download calendar, this includes important dates. And so it opens up a new browser that has all of the calendar And you'll see we have some webinars on here. You can also click this and enroll directly from here as well, along with checklists. So going through and just some notes of, hey, don't forget, download your toolkit materials, invite your business partners for the business challenge. And we have it for October, November, and December. And one of the things that we updated this year from last year is we are including the email dates that we will be sending out to coloradogives.org donors. So you'll see that we include just notes of when so you'll see right here, like for an example, there's CGF, AM and PM emails to Colorado Gives Day donors. So one of the things that we do on the day of Colorado Gives Day is we hit all of the donors on coloradogives.org twice. So we look to see who has donated so far. Anyone that has not donated, that has donated in the past, we send them an email of, hey, exciting day today. Make sure you go and, donate. Don't forget, we're running out of time. And then we do a PM towards the end of the day, and we send it to anyone else that has not donated. And this is more of this is your last chance to support Colorado's nonprofits. And so we have notes in here on the calendar, so you are aware of when we're sending these emails out as well, which helps with your own planning. One other thing I wanted to call out too is you'll see at the bottom of the October, there's a last updated date on here. So if by chance anything changes, we will, of course, will communicate this with newsletters, but if you happen to miss it, we will always have the last updated date on this calendar. So you'll know if there was changes or not to this calendar. All right, so that is going to be everything that's going on, everything that's happening around Colorado Gives Day and checklist, an easy way to be able to find that. And then we have the additional support from Catch-Up Buyers. So this is what Jordan talked about earlier in the presentation. A lot of great resources available for you to use, and it's completely free. And so this is where, if you have not activated your subscription, you can go in and activate your subscription here. And then I'm going to turn it over to Jordan, and she's going to go through the rest of this page for you. Thank you.
Awesome. So this is what I live and breathe every day. So I am very excited about this refresh of this page. We're hoping it puts all the pieces together for you about Colorado Gives Day, year-round giving, and all of the support resources that we're able to provide for free. So first, wanted to just go over all of the perks and benefits of Colorado Gives Day. As a reminder here, we have 2 prize webinars coming up in October where we will dig into these prize incentives. So if you're getting excited, your action is to RSVP for those prize webinars. But let's go over them here, what you see on the resources page. So we have the incentive fund boost. So this is the $1 million plus incentive fund that is available to boost all donations through Colorado Gives Day for your nonprofit. Any donations made online through Colorado Gives to your nonprofit gets a piece of this incentive fund to boost donations. So you can read more about that. There is the $250,000 recurring gift match. So this is a new prize, year 2 of this incentive, to incentivize your nonprofits to be able to ask for your donors to set up a recurring gift. And that is a really exciting prize that we saw huge success from in year 1. We'll talk more about that again in those prize webinars. We also want to make sure you guys know what's going on with the nonprofit prizes available for Colorado Gives Day. So we go over here how we assess and group the small, medium, and large nonprofits. And we have additional FAQs on the prizes that we link in this section as well. Some things to get excited about this year. We have 30K prizes in grand prizes. So those leaderboard prizes that you saw last year, we have ramped them up for year 2 of grand prize leaderboards. We have $15,000 in second place on those leaderboards as well. So we have added another additional prize for the leaderboard participation. So leverage those leaderboards and get folks excited with all of the communications that we're providing you in the toolkit. We have 30K in power hours, and these power hours drive a ton of donations. So lean on these power hours in your messaging on December 10th to get folks excited and encourage them to give back during a certain hour. You may win a prize. And then we also have First Bank Trivia. So up to $10,000 for nonprofits throughout the week of trivia can be won. So go ahead and check that out as well. We have this year a donor prize. So Southwest Airlines is sponsoring an hourly prize where donors can be automatically entered to win an hourly random prize, which is a Southwest ticket. So it's a great way for any of your traveling donors or to get folks excited to give during a certain time, to pay attention and celebrate this exciting donor prize. We have the Good for Business Challenge as well, which I mentioned before. So we have a full business toolkit for you guys to leverage, which we'll go over here in just a bit. And this talks a little bit about the challenge itself. And then last but certainly not least, Giving Tuesday. So we are right now preparing a ton of Giving Tuesday content for you. So same idea here. We want to provide you some templates, some messaging, some resources so that you can have an effective Giving Tuesday campaign and call to action while you're raising funds on coloradogives.org for your overall campaign. So you'll see that in October. Down beyond that, you'll see the nonprofit resources. So we wanted to organize these a little bit differently for you so that you could see how you might optimize your messaging or maximize your revenue. So we've adjusted how we are presenting the great resources we already have available so that you can build out your Colorado Gives Day campaign. So go ahead and make sure to check that out. And then below that, we do also link the entire nonprofit webinar library. This link is also where you RSVP for any of the upcoming Colorado Gives Day webinars. Under that, we have the year-round resources. So we don't want to leave you hanging because there's a lot of stuff happening year-round as well. We have a year-round giving toolkit. We have grant opportunities specifically for nonprofits serving Jeffco. Of course, linking the terms of use in case you want to dig into the details. We have that Level Up digital fundraising webinars. Those are those next after webinars that I encourage you guys to check out. We have free meeting space for any nonprofits that need it at our offices. We have endowment resources as well as a link to regional champions. So we have 17 regional champions across the state that are all rallying their communities for Colorado Gives Day, and you can check them out there. And then at the bottom here, we want to organize all of the self-serve resources. So we have the help articles, the FAQs available to you at any time. We have a full-time customer support team, and the best way to reach them is via email. And then if you do need a one-on-one phone call to work through or talk about your Colorado Gives Day strategy, you are able to schedule a meeting as well. And then if you haven't yet, you can subscribe to our newsletter. And just a reminder that if you're an admin of a nonprofit page, an organization page on Colorado Gives, you should be getting the newsletters that we send out bi-monthly. If you're not, we can certainly resolve that by subscribing to the newsletter here. All right, I'm going to hand it over to Cindy to go through the good stuff, the toolkit.
All right, welcome everybody. I'm Cindy Matthews. I've met many of you over the last few years, but I am going to walk you through our toolkit. Let me share my screen here. All right, you guys see the right one? Thumbs up. Okay, I'm going to assume it's the right one. So here we go. So once you get to the toolkit, you'll find here at the top just the assets and resources to help you with everything you need for Colorado Gives Day. You can quickly go back to that resource page that you just had the walkthrough here. And if you are a new nonprofit who's not yet on the platform, you can complete your enrollment and sign up here. So it's quick and easy, and we hope you will take advantage of that. At the top of the page, you'll find all the quick links you need, so you can jump quickly to any section of the page. So we have Colorado Gives Day, we have things organized by Giving Tuesday, the Business Challenge, the 250K recurring match, and then nonprofit prizes. At the top here, you'll see the colors. As Jess mentioned, yellow, orange, and this bluish purple are the colors for the campaign. You'll find the hex codes, the RGB, the CMYK, and the PMS colors. So if you have a designer who you're working with, this is going to be really super helpful for them. And then the campaign tagline again that Jess mentioned, easily the best day to give. You'll also find down here the logos. You can download any of the campaign logos with the PNG format here, so you can drop them into your own designs. You can also quickly download the entire logo package. When you do that, it downloads as a zip file, so you'll want to make sure you go into your downloads, you right-click, and you unzip the file to get to the assets. The key messages for the campaign. These are the overall broad messages about how you talk about Colorado Gives Day. So it is Tuesday, December 10th, but you can start giving early on November 1st. Colorado Gives Day is the biggest 24-hour giving movement in the state, and it's one of the most successful giving days in the nation. In 2023, you helped raise more than $54 million for Colorado nonprofits on Colorado Gives Day. And in case people are curious, Colorado Gives Day began in 2010. This is the 15th year. And since its inception, it's raised more than $469 million to support Colorado nonprofits. So some key messages you can incorporate into your donor messages, sharing with your board, your volunteers, your employees. Next, we have email templates. What we wanted to try to provide is a really simplified email campaign for you. So if you don't have a full-time email person or staff, you can hopefully take advantage of this. There's 3 primary dates. November 1st, which is an early giving ask, letting people know early giving is open. Would you please support your organization? December 9th, the day before Colorado Gives Day, and December 11th. So like all the other assets, you can just expand it, copy and paste, drop into Word, drop into your email platform. We include the messaging here. When you see things that are teal and in these brackets, those are areas where you can customize, where we encourage you to add your own story and add information about your organization. Visit our donation page. This is where you want to drop in that donation page for coloradogives.org so that all the donations are coming through and helping you win those prizes, helping you get more of the incentive fund. If you have your donation widget or one of the donation forms on your website for Colorado Gives, you can direct people there as well. So take advantage and customize this appropriately. So a 3 email campaign that you can take advantage of. The December 11th one is the day after, and this is your thank you. We heard a lot of people say, can you help us with thank you language and messaging? So that is included this year. You can also download all 3 of these at once. They'll download in a Word file that you can easily access. When it comes to social media, we have these available in English and Spanish. And the templates are here. So you can access them in Canva. And Lindsay's going to show us in just a few minutes about how you can customize them. We've really tried to simplify. We pulled the ones that Jess mentioned that most of the people used last year and that they found most helpful. If you want to download them and use them in Adobe Suite, you can certainly do that. You just go to Canva, download it as the PNG file, and then you can import it into any of the Adobe products if you prefer to use them that way. The PNG files can also be manipulated in PowerPoint. You can also do it in Word. So find the method that works best for you. We did create most of them in Canva to make it free and easy for people who might not have the more expensive Adobe products. We also included the captions here, so you can copy and paste and offer suggestions on where you can add your link or your own customized story, what people, when you put the, what people are giving to, how that money is going to be supporting a specific cause or your mission. So those options are available there. After Colorado Gives Day, we do have some post-event templates ready for you. So you can thank people. You can take a picture of your staff or your volunteers or whatever you want, drop it in here, and you'll be able to easily customize those for post Gives Day when you want to thank everybody who supported your organization. We also have a proclamation and press release template. You can download both of them here in the Word format. The proclamation is a sample proclamation that you can customize. These are really helpful if you want to get your school board or your city council or your town managers and town boards to adopt a proclamation for Colorado Gives Day. We encourage you to do it. It's a nice way to, excuse me, get some extra media coverage potentially, or just some awareness at your local government meetings. And then the press release as well, which should be customized with your organization's contact information, really sharing about what Colorado Gives Day means to you, what your goal is, how the money's going to help, the impact it's going to have in your community. So this is intended for you to customize. Under the advertising section, you'll find some promotional videos. These are coming soon. We are in the final editing stages, so check back here in the coming days and you'll find the links to those videos. We encourage you to share those videos on your website. You'll be able to embed the code and drop it onto your website. You can share it on social media. So please take advantage of these videos. They are intended to help you and raise awareness about Colorado Gives Day. We also have a 8.5 by 11 template that you can customize if you want to make a poster. You can hang around the office. You can put it in community. This is customized for you and includes space for a QR code, a photo, information on how you can customize for your organization. And then some announcer reads. We did include some 15-second, 30-second announcer reads that can be customized. So if you have a relationship with a local radio station, a podcaster, you can use any of these scripts to share with them to help raise further awareness. There is a section for Giving Tuesday. This is coming. We are in making final plans here for Giving Tuesday. So we frequently get people say, what do we say about Giving Tuesday? This is coming. Don't worry, it's coming. We promise you'll have it very soon. So keep visiting the toolkit back here to grab this Giving Tuesday messaging. As Jordan mentioned, we do have the Good for Business Challenge. This is presented or sponsored by Delta Dental of Colorado. And the first 50 companies who raise $1,000 will get an extra $1,000 for those nonprofits. So it's a great way for you to invite your business partners to support you. We have included a pitch presentation here that you can download in PowerPoint or in Canva. You can customize it, you can add your own imagery, but this is intended for you to approach your business partners and say, hey, would you be willing to join the business challenge for Colorado Gives Day? Would you support my nonprofit, our nonprofit? It would mean a lot to us. So this is a presentation that you can do to help them do that. We also included a short newsletter ask and an email. So trying to help it make it easy for you to invite your business partners to support you for Colorado Gives Day. The $250,000 recurring gift match. This is that match that Colorado Gives Foundation is putting up. So when people set up a recurring gift between November 1st and December 10th for your organization, we will match it up to $100 and up to $250,000 total. So if that's a campaign element you want to take advantage of, the messaging is in that November 1st email, that early giving ask. So that's where you can find it. And then again, post-event thank you for those who take advantage of that. And then there's a social media template here with a post caption about how they can set up a recurring match, and they donate $100, it'll get doubled with their recurring gift. Nonprofit prizes. There have been so many webinars about these nonprofit prizes, and here are some assets that you can use to customize again to help you win those prizes. So First Bank Trivia Week. You want to make sure people know that when the week is and how they can play. So this is the opportunity where it'll be happening slightly different this year. Instead of on First Bank's Facebook page, it'll be happening on their blog page. Participants go, they answer a trivia question, they pick your organization, and then from all the correct answers, there's a random winner who can win $1,000. And it's really fun to watch people win. So invite your donors, your followers, your board, your volunteers, everyone to participate and to choose you for Trivia Week. And then we have the 3 Power Hour images too. So the Power Hours, 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 7 p.m., and 10 p.m. And we include the captions down below here for what to include social media so that we can connect our conversation together and just continue to raise and elevate the awareness in Colorado about Colorado Gives Day. So I am going to stop sharing now.
Well,
And
hey, Cindy, can I jump
Yeah,
in? We had
sure.
one question that I thought would be good to cover.
Okay,
Are any of these assets in Spanish?
they are. The social assets are in Spanish. We don't have the emails translated yet, but it's probably something we can work on if that's something important to y'all. But social media templates are available in Spanish when you click on them. And again, Lindsay will be kind of walking through how that works. But I'll just quickly kind of show you. So when you get into Canva, you'll find headline options and other things. So Spanish is in here. We've already done the translation for you. So yes, they are available in Spanish.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
All right. So Jess, I'm going to stop the share so you can reshare, and we will have Lindsay walk people through.
Great. I am going to try with optimizing the video first. So please let me know if it doesn't work out. Thank you. All right. So as Cindy mentioned, one thing I did see in the comments as well is, first of all, welcome to all the new nonprofits that have joined ColoradoGives.org and celebrating the first Colorado Gives Day. Super excited this year. It's going to be great. We're going to do our best to create as much traffic to all of your fundraising pages as possible. So good luck this year, and happy and welcome to Colorado Gives Day. Second, the other thing was another comment I saw in the chat too was resources. We don't have a lot of resources, and there's a lot in here. What I would advise is, number one, you should absolutely be sending an email out to your donors, letting them know about Colorado Gives Day. So leverage our templates that we're providing. That would be the first thing that I would do that would make an impact. Then if you have a little more time, definitely start sharing the social posts. And we'll go into a little bit more of a couple more opportunities with social as well. But just wanted to throw that in there. All right, so Lindsay unfortunately could not be here today, but she recorded a lovely video that will be available when we send this, as well with the PowerPoint, on how to actually customize our all the toolkit assets we are providing.
Hi there, my name is Lindsay Fontenot. I am the digital marketing manager for Colorado Gives Foundation. And today we're going to walk through how to customize social media templates for Colorado Gives Day from the Toolkit. And we're going to be leveraging a free design tool called Canva. And if you do not have a Canva account, please go to canva.com and go ahead and create an account. And it just takes a few clicks. It's really easy. Once you do that, you are ready to use the templates. I promise, even if you don't have any prior design experience, this is very easy to use, very user-friendly. Anyone can do it, I promise. So stick with me. Let's do this together. So we're going to open up the Colorado Gives Day 2024 Toolkit. And we're going to scroll down just a bit to social media posts, this section here, and you'll see a couple of expandable fields. I'm going to click social media templates, and you'll see 8 different options here with different headlines as well. You are welcome to mix and match templates and headlines if you'd like. Today I'm going to use this one in the bottom left, and you'll see each one has a link right beneath it that says Canva. Go ahead and click based on the template you want to use, and it will open up this new tab for me that gives me the option to use template for new design. And I'm going to click that. it's going to open up our design center here. And this is where we will be able to customize the templates. And it's going to prompt me to use the Canva app because I already have it downloaded on my computer. You're welcome to just use the browser version. It's a very similar experience either way. So the very first page we have here is just an example of what it looks like with a photo, with a stack photo in there. The second page is the Spanish version, the Spanish translation. The third page is this blank one, and this is the one we will be using today. And we have a list of headlines as well. So if you'd prefer to change out this copy, you are welcome to copy and paste any of those campaign headlines. And our intention with these templates was for you to showcase photos that really represent the heart and soul and purpose of your organization and the impact that you're having in the community. So please find photos that really will move your donors to take action. And you can upload those directly into Canva. So over here on this toolbar on the left, we have this button called Uploads. We're going to click that. And you can see I already have some photos here that I have that I've imported. You can go ahead and click Upload Files and import any photo you would like to use, and it will show up in this list right here. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to grab this photo right here of some friends on a hike. And I am literally just going to pick it up and drag and drop. It is that simple. And I'm going to X out of this toolbar here on the left. All right, so we have this beautiful photo here, but we have some issues. We have a couple of people's heads that are cut off. I don't like the way that there's a bunch of blank space over here. So let's fix it. All I'm going to do is double click on the photo itself. And I'm just going to scoot it over. And I'm going to click Done. And yeah, that looks pretty good. I think I'd prefer the logo to be on this side though. So I am going to pick up the logo here, and I'm going to click the word position. I just want to change the position of this logo. And so I'm going to click left so that it is in the top left corner. I think that looks a lot better. So I'm going to X out of this toolbar again. Instead of picking up the logo with my mouse, I'm going to use the arrows on my keyboard to move the logo exactly where I want it to be. So just going to select it and move it over just a bit so that it's nice and centered. I think that looks really good. Really happy with that. So you can see what happens when I try to just pick it up and move it. It tries to take over the entire frame, and we don't want that. So I'm going to undo that. So if you want to move the position of the logo, make sure you click position here and then use these options. All right, I'm really happy with how that looks. So I'm ready to download it. I'm going to go up to the top where it says share. Go ahead and click that. There's a button here that says download. And it gives me the option to switch out the file type. So if you'd prefer a JPEG, you're welcome to use that. I'm going to stick with PNG. And then where it says select pages, there's a drop-down menu here, and you will see a handful of all the different pages that are represented on this template. But I really only want to download this third page. So I'm going to unselect the other three, and I'm going to click done. And I'm going to make sure that we have page 3 selected here. It's a PNG. Yep, I'm good with all of that. So I'm going to hit download. And just like that, here it is downloaded onto my computer. And you can take it from there and use it however you'd like. All right, let's edit one more template together. So I'm going to head back over to our toolkit. And let's go over to these post-event social media templates. So I've got a couple options here with examples next to them. And I think I want to try to edit this template right here. So I'm going to click this template link, and same thing, use template for new design. We're back in our design center with a new template opened up for us. I'm going to hit no thanks once again, stay in the browser. All right, so we've got a little bit of a different situation because I need to change some of the text in the text box as well as upload a new photo into this frame. Obviously, we do not want to post the graphic without changing this amount. So let's say your nonprofit raised $10,000 on Colorado Gives Day. All we're going to do is, one extra zero there, type in the amount. And if you want it to be a little bigger or smaller, you can change the size of the text box here just by grabbing this little corner. I'm pretty happy with how that looks. But now we need to upload a photo. We already know how to do this, right? So we're going to head over to our toolbar on the left, and we're going to grab our photo and drop it in the frame. Don't love how this looks. Obviously, this is not centered up in the way we need it to be. So I'm just going to double click that photo and I'm just going to scoot everything over a bit. All right, I like that. I think that looks pretty good. But let's say I want this guy in the flannel to be over on the left and this girl in the denim shirt to be over on the right. We're just going to click on this photo right here, and then this toolbar pops up, and I'm going to click flip and flip horizontal. I actually like the way this looks. This has a lot more balance. I think I'm happy with this. I think I'm going to leave it. All right. I am ready to download this graphic. So I'm going to go up to share. Same thing, hit download. Make sure that you have the correct file type selected. And I'm going to unselect the ones that I am not interested in downloading right now. So I only want page 1. I'm going to click done and download once again. And it is as easy as that. You have 2 graphics all ready to go and all customized to your nonprofit. And yeah, we're happy to help you. If you run into any issues as you're customizing templates, please reach out to us. Otherwise, I'm going to send it back to the marketing team. Thanks so much.
Okay, and then I'm going to hand it over to Cindy to go through the nonprofit kickoff for this year.
Hi, everybody. I am not going to be sharing my screen, but I am going to tell you about the nonprofit kickoff. The nonprofit kickoff is Friday, November 1st from 9 to 10 a.m. It will be held via Zoom. It is a ton of fun, and it really is intended to celebrate you and all the hard work that you do, not only getting ready for Colorado Gives Day, but every day throughout the year. We recognize that participating in this campaign is a lot of work. And so please join us to take an hour to just celebrate the fact that you're amazing. We'll have some great special guests. We'll have some performers. It really is an hour that's all about you. Please invite your board members, your employees, your volunteers. A lot of people will register once and just host a little event and participate together in the kickoff. So please, please register. You'll get that link in the follow-up email, and then it'll also be available on the nonprofit resource page. And we hope to see you for the 2024 nonprofit kickoff on Friday, November 1st.
Great. And can everyone see the slides?
We can.
Okay, great, perfect. So as I teased a little about social, is one of the things that we do want to try to do this year is start to flood social media with Colorado Gives Day. So what exactly does that mean? So look at any events that you're going to be doing, anything that from November 1st to December 10th, and even if it's not even related to Colorado Gives Day, try to share content for that. So there's a couple of ways of doing that. Number one, if you do have an event, feel free to email us at hello@coloradogivesfoundation.org and let us know the details of this event. So as part of our relationships with press, we do like to provide anything else happening in celebration of Colorado Gives Day. So if you can send us the information, we will share that with our press contacts. The other thing is, you are familiar with Facebook Live, excellent tool to use to share what you're doing overall to help explain kind of what your mission for your nonprofit is. Share videos of activations or events that you're holding or anything like that, even stuff that you're doing. Share that on your social channels. And if you don't know how to do Facebook Live, record a video and upload it. Just ensure that anything that you're uploading to social, your clear call to action is donate today, and including your coloradogives.org URL for that. Feel free to tag us as well. We'd love to make sure that we're also sharing our voice to help share what you're doing as well. So tag us on Instagram. Here's our handles for Instagram, Facebook, and X. So at Colorado Gives Foundation for both Instagram and Facebook, and at Colorado Gives for X. So tag us and we'll share the news, and that way you have a broader audience to share what all you're doing for Colorado Gives Day. And also add the hashtag. So throughout our campaign, and as you saw in the toolkit as well, we are utilizing hashtags. So it's hashtag Colorado Gives Day, hashtag Best Day to Give, and hashtag Make Good Happen. So any questions, please let us know, but please share everything that you're doing. And that way we can make sure that we are also helping with publicizing what you're doing as well. And now it's for the time for questions and answers. Thank you all.
Awesome.
First of all, thank you for your time. And we are really trying hard to make sure that we're providing everything that you need. We will be doing another nonprofit survey early next year as well. So please make sure that you take that survey, because all the information we get from that will just only help us to make sure that we're providing you even better materials and assets next year. So thank you.
All right. So Jess, you can go ahead and stop sharing your screen. We are going to just open up the Q&A session. So Jordan will be coming off camera as well. We have so many questions in the chat. So I'm just going to take us to the beginning and we're going to start walking through the questions. If you are a brave soul and you want to ask your question in real time, just simply raise your hand and we will get to that. But we'll bounce back and forth between the questions you post in the chat and the questions from the real time. Okay, so let's start with one that several people asked. This one's for you, Jess. Many people are wondering with the templates, can they add their own messaging, their own headline? Can they add their own logo? Talk about how much customization you feel is appropriate.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're posting this on your social channels, you do not need your logo because you already have your logo at the top. So keep that in mind. In regard to customizing, we really feel strongly about trying to leverage the headlines that we've already created because it's out in the marketplace already. So remember when Jordan mentioned that we do have a media buy? Donors, potential donors, new donors, they're out there seeing this. So we want to make sure we have that thread going through everything. So they see it and they're like, oh, this is part of that same campaign. I'm going to donate right now to this nonprofit. So keeping that in mind as well. And yes, you absolutely can tweak some of that post copy as well. Or if you want to insert your name into more of the headline or the post, let's say you're doing some paid social. Obviously, you do not want to not have your logo on there. I totally get it. But keep in mind with paid social, you still have your name at the top of that paid social. So be very careful with not overwhelming those social posts with a lot of logos. And keep in mind, Colorado Gives Day has been going for many years, since 2015. So we have built trust with the community. So when they see Colorado Gives Day, they know that is a safe place to donate, and that is a reputable cause. That's a statewide initiative. So all of those to say, try to keep it as true to the campaign as possible, and look at your post copy to really bring yourself into it. That's why we also provide where you can put your own picture. So find an image that is real for your organization, of showing what exactly you do. Try to get that emotion in that picture. And then making sure that you remember your logos at the top of all the social posts as well. Thank you.
Okay, Jordan, this question is for you. We have over 4,000 nonprofits participating in Colorado Gives Day, and several people are wondering if they don't use the platform year round, and because they have another platform maybe, why should they? Why is it important to make the switch November 1 through December 10th? Why should that happen?
Yeah, great question. It really is the time of the year when the most attention, new donors, campaigns, advertising, PR is driving people to Colorado Gives Day for philanthropy, for the act of donating. And so if you don't use Colorado Gives throughout, your digital fundraising year round, no problem. But this is the time to really adopt the tools and push out your links and forms related to coloradogives.org, because this is the time that we and all of our great partners are investing in driving donors and awareness to your campaigns. And so it's the time for us to all rally together. Plus a lot of great incentives and our industry low fees. And so we make this as close to free as possible for all nonprofits. And so if you are curious about how nonprofits can use Colorado Gives for free year round or Colorado Gives Day, we have some great webinars that cover that, as well as talking about our low transaction fees. So a lot of positives for you to adopt and leverage the platform November 1st through December 10th. And we see a lot of momentum also at the end of the year. So capturing what happens in Colorado Gives Day and continuing that on into your end of year fundraising.
Okay, here's another question. Lots of questions about the $250,000 recurring match. So Jordan, will you walk people through how that works again?
I will say that we have information directly on the nonprofit resources page, and we will be having 2 prize webinars where I will go into detail about how it works. But generally speaking, we had great success last year with the $250,000 new recurring gift match. This year, we are presenting $250,000 again to match any donors who set up a new recurring gift, and we'll match the first gift up to $100, while of course that $250,000 is available. So this is the time for you guys to think about who are people within my network that might be ready to set up a recurring gift. This is the time to ask them, starting November 1st through December 10th, or as long as those match funds are available. So yeah, we will chat about that in detail, as well as talking about the tools provided in the toolkit and strategy you can use to communicate that. So join me on the webinars happening in October for the prize discussion.
Great, thanks, Jordan. Jess, can you share with people when the advertising might start appearing in market, when they'll see buses and commercials and that kind of stuff? When does that start?
Absolutely. So we do have 2 campaign dates and media plans. So there is this thing called an election happening this year. And so with that, we are having our marketing and advertising campaign start after the election. So you'll start to see it around the 7th and 8th, and you'll just see it ramp up from there. So we do want to make sure that we're being very smart with our media buy and not trying to create our own way through all the noise that's happening up to the election and during election day. So you'll see that all happen then after the election. Thank you.
Great. So there's a question about whether or not we do media releases to local media. So Colorado Gives Foundation does do a statewide distribution to raise awareness about Colorado Gives Day and how people can participate. But we did include that news release template because you have the relationship with your local media. So please, we encourage you to send your own news release, customize it for your local media about what supporting you on Colorado Gives Day will mean. That is something we encourage you to do. The more awareness we can get, the better. We want those reporters to pay attention and share information about Colorado Gives Day. Jordan, there's a question about matches. So if they get a business to support their nonprofit, or they get a business who wants to set up a match, does it come to Colorado Gives Foundation or does it go to them?
Good question. So we have matching grant functionality that you can use and set up on your organization page or any subsequent fundraiser page. So matching grants are a powerful tool to drive funds. I think what the real question here is, if Coca-Cola gives you $10,000 and they write you a check, do you have to have that check amount go through coloradogives.org? And so the answer is no. This is a visual matching grants tool to help empower you to communicate the exciting match that business is providing you. Now, we do make it really easy. So if Coca-Cola wants to pay that $10,000 through the matching grant feature, you can share a direct link for them to donate. So no, the 10K match grant, as an example, does not need to run through coloradogives.org, but we make it easy if your business partner does want to pay it through the platform.
Okay, Jordan, how can corporate sponsors, business partners support these nonprofits on Colorado Gives Day?
Oh my gosh, so many ways. We certainly go through that in some of the webinars that I covered. I think the one at the end of August and the one prior to that do talk a lot about our different audience types, one of which is businesses. So businesses can set up matching grants. They should definitely be participating in the Good for Business Challenge, which is essentially them creating a page, highlighting one or multiple nonprofits, and raising funds on behalf of them for Colorado Gives Day and year round. So the business challenge is probably the best way to get businesses excited and participating in Colorado Gives. So matching grants, Good for Business Challenge. And then there are certainly other ways that business partners can help amplify your fundraising campaign. So giving them the messages and the tools to help share out your campaign is also a great way to partner with them.
Thank you. That was awesome. Is there anybody who wants to come off mute and ask a question? I'm going to change the permissions to allow you to do that.
And as you're doing that, Cindy, I do see one question too in the chat about being able to switch off. So nonprofit donors don't get contacted by Colorado Gives Foundation with our donor emails. That answer, unfortunately, there's a lot of donors that donate to more than one nonprofit. And so we have strategically put the email schedule of when to reach out to your donors, so we're not conflicting and oversaturating our donors. So you'll notice in the toolkit, we do advise to send the day before Colorado Gives Day and going through all the excitement that's happening that day, right? So we have the power hours, we have the Southwest ticket giveaways. There's a lot happening. And so we want your team to send an email out the day before saying, hey, there's so much happening. And then we're covering that back end of if they have not donated, we're reminding them, guess what? Today's the last day. Make sure you donate. So we can't switch it off, but please know that we are directing them to make sure they donate to what they did last year. So in some of our emails, we're also providing a cart link for them. So it's the same cart as last year. We're making it easy. They can click on it. They'll open up their cart and see who they donated to and can just click a button to go ahead and move forward and make that same donation this year. So just wanted to go through that we do have that conscious in our mind and making sure that we're creating that email schedule to align with our outreach as well. Because we do know you are all very active and we want to make sure that if there are any nonprofits that don't have the resources to reach out, that they are getting help and reaching out. We're reaching out to their donors to make sure that they're going to donate again this year.
And take advantage of those email templates. Those are intended to support you in providing information to your donors. You have that relationship, so take advantage of those email templates and that little timeline we shared with you. Jordan, 2 questions. The first one is, how do nonprofits find their custom URL for coloradogives.org so they can share that out?
Yeah.
And I have another one for you.
Great question. Yeah. So generally speaking, if you already know you have an organization page on Colorado Gives, then you are logging in on coloradogives.org. You'll see your little name in the upper right-hand corner. You can click on that. And then if you're an admin, you'll be able to navigate directly to your organization page. So step number one is, if you have an organization page and you're an admin, you are logging in and navigating there. There are ways that you can request admin access as well, or current admins can also add new staff to get access themselves. If you have questions about that, I would suggest reaching out to support@coloradogives.org. They can help you with all of those types of things regarding logging in. I'll just mention that if you don't yet have a nonprofit page on coloradogives.org, you would take the action of enrolling, and I can drop that link here in a sec.
Okay, and then let's talk about integrations. There were a couple of questions about loading monthly donations into Colorado Gives so all the data is in one place. They use Zapier. Is Zapier one of the integrations? Can you talk a little bit about that?
It sure is. So we have the free standard Colorado Gives Day platform. And so you can access all of your data and reports in real time, and you can download all of that donor data. If you need integrations, you would be subscribing. You can subscribe monthly or annually to what we call the advanced features. Within the advanced features, we have integrations to Salesforce, Google Analytics, Facebook Analytics, Zapier, which is connecting you to all of your nonprofit external marketing resources, MailChimp, and more. So if you need to seamlessly move your data and you have external systems where that data lives, you would be subscribing to the advanced features. And I can drop that link in the chat here in a sec. Good questions. And of course, we have a bunch of resources and FAQs to help support what I just said.
All right, I'm going to put a plug in for the prize webinars. If you did not have a chance to watch the prize webinars, I encourage you to kind of go back and look at them. They explain in great detail how the prizes work, and then also some strategies that you can use if you want to like put all your eggs in one prize basket and go for it. It'll help you there. There's a question about Catch a Fire, and if we could provide an example about Catch a Fire, I'll share one. I'm on the board of a nonprofit, and it's a smaller nonprofit. We don't have a million staff people, and we submitted a project to help them, to get someone to help us do a board assessment. We wanted to figure out where our board member gaps were. We went on Catch a Fire. We filled out a project template. We got a list of people. We interviewed them, and we chose the person that best aligned with, that we felt best about for that project. For Colorado Gives Day, you may want to reach out to an email expert on Catch a Fire and have them build your email campaign. They have graphic designers who can they can do the customization of your assets. So wherever that personnel, that human capital gap is on your team, that's where Catch a Fire can step in to help you. So you get the physical resources in the toolkit, you get the human resources through Catch a Fire. And our hope is by blending them together, you'll have everything you need for a successful Colorado Gives Day. Jordan, you want to add anything to that?
No, I think that's great. And we're seeing real proof of concept. So we have all of our Jefferson County nonprofits already using Catch a Fire. We are also offering it to the Level Up digital fundraising program, which is 100 nonprofits. And so we are seeing great success and amazing projects get completed within digital fundraising and for Colorado Gives Day. And as Cindy mentioned, also for anything else that your staff needs. So I would just echo everything that you said, Cindy.
Okay, let's talk giving dates. November 1st, early giving starts. Anything that's given through coloradogives.org through your pages, November 1 through December 10th, counts toward the incentive fund, towards prizes. And now the question is, what do we do about Giving Tuesday? Well, Giving Tuesday happens December 3rd. It's a week before Colorado Gives Day. Any donations that come in on Giving Tuesday through coloradogives.org count towards all those things, right, Jordan?
100%. As long as you're driving donations through coloradogives.org to your nonprofit, it's counting towards any offerings that we're providing on Giving Tuesday, special prizes, and or to your collective Colorado Gives Day campaign. So it's a great way to take advantage of the global movement and then our statewide movement.
Okay, so for some people who have been participating in Colorado Gives Day since 2010, they might remember the messaging about scheduling a donation. We had a couple questions about that. Can you address that issue?
Definitely. So in short, there has not been scheduled donations since 2022. And so if that is currently in any of your communications or messaging, go ahead and remove that because that's going to confuse donors. There were a lot of factors in why scheduling gifts is no longer offered on Mighty Cause, but the long and the short of it is your donors and all of the donations that they want to give are more successful when they happen in real time online. And so from November 1st through December 10th, any online donations are counting towards your campaign. There is no scheduling. The call to action is give starting November 1st.
Okay, we're going to take the one last question I see in chat. I think we've got to most of them, but that is about the business, the Good for Business Challenge. So the question was, how does it work? Who gets the match? And is there a limit? Do you want to talk about that, Jordan?
Sure, yeah. So this year, Delta Dental is providing a match of $50,000. So the first 50 businesses to raise $1,000 for any of the nonprofits that they are featuring on their business pages get matched $1,000. And the businesses aren't receiving that match. You guys are, the nonprofits. And so it's a great incentive for businesses to take a couple clicks and create that page and feature all of their nonprofit partners for Colorado Gives Day. So the long and the short of it is great incentive, an easy way for businesses to participate, and an easy ask with toolkit resources and materials from you, from nonprofits, to present this opportunity to them.
Okay, we've covered chat. So please, we have some time left. If you have questions in your mind, somebody else is thinking the same thing. So go ahead and come off mute and ask your question, and we'll do our best to answer. And nobody, either we answered
all the
everybody's questions or everybody's really shy.
So I actually have a question. How long does it take to get verified for the giving once you have submitted all of your financial information?
Yeah. So if you're talking about enrolling as a new nonprofit, once you enroll, which is a one-question form, you are granted access to your page as an admin within the first 24 hours. If you are talking about the next steps that you need to take after that, you do always have to complete a to-do list. So we have a built-in to-do list. One of those to-dos is completing your banking information so we can send you the funds that you raise. And so that EFT information, it goes through a series of automated checks, and then a human also double checks before it approves. And so typically that's about a 24-hour turnaround. So you can expect within the first couple days of you submitting that enrollment form that you can take action, set up your page, and start raising funds. Good question. Does that help answer that for you?
Yes, I think.
And if there's any delay or you're like, I haven't heard from anybody, just shoot our customer support team an email and they'll go ahead and check on the progress of any of those steps with you.
If you haven't taken the time to look at your Colorado Gives organization page in a while, now's the perfect time to do that. Add some fresh stories, add some new photos, go through the donation checkout process, check your thank you message. Those are all things you can be doing now. And we've listed them in the calendar template as part of your checklist items. Anybody else have a question?
I have a question about Catchfire. How do you vet the people that will help your organization? So you have a list of people. How are they vetted to become part of my organization to help me?
So
Sure.
two things. Catchfire first vets all the professional volunteers. They look through their resumes. They do that initial step of vetting. when you submit a project, many volunteers may respond to that project request, and then you have the opportunity to interview as many as you'd like and choose the nonprofit or the volunteer that aligns best or that you want to work with the most. Jordan?
Yes, no, I was going to say exactly the same thing. When you're posting a project, you are getting access to people that are already reviewed and approved, vetted by Catch a Fire. And then you can go through the process of seeing who from the volunteers that applied to help would be the best fit for your organization and for the project. So it's a really cool and easy way to get work done. So I hope you guys leverage it for your campaign this year.
Jordan, what's the difference between, I answered it in chat, but the difference between coloradogives.org and Mighty Cause and Colorado Gives Day?
Yeah, so coloradogives.org is the year-round platform, and it's also where Colorado Gives Day is hosted. So that is all in one place. If you ever need anything for online fundraising in Colorado, you are going to coloradogives.org. Mighty Cause is the platform on which coloradogives.org is run, is powered. And so they're our software provider. And they also, you'll speak with them and work with them through our customer support. So they're our full-time customer support. Good question.
And the question is, is Catch a Fire available after Colorado Gives Day, or is it just a limited time offer?
Yes. So this will be available at the very least until 2025, but we need you guys to start using it so we can continue to justify sponsoring it for you. So definitely start leveraging it now. But yes, if you have projects spilling into 2025, it will continue to be available for you.
All right, we have about 8 or 9 minutes left before we promise to wrap this up. Are there any other questions that anybody has that you'd like to ask?
I have a quick question. I know you guys went through it on the last webinar, but if we have our page and then we're wanting some of our board members to create individual pages to go out, and let me know if I'm saying that correctly, would I go in and build that as an admin, or would they build their own page and we add them within our organization?
That's a great question. So really, either way. So that's a choice that you can make. So
Okay.
I've seen nonprofits log in as an admin, create one fundraiser page for all of their board members to share that talks about the goals of the fundraising campaign for that board. So in that scenario, you'd be logging in as an admin and creating one universal page. Sometimes if you have maybe a lot of board members that aren't super tech savvy or are of the older generations, that can be an easy way to help them without them having to create their own page. But I also see a lot of board members who are just going to your organization page on Colorado Gives, and they can click fundraise. And when they click fundraise, they can create their own fundraiser and set it up, set their own goals, tell their own story. So either way works. There's no wrong way to empower your board. I would say the other thing I'll just remind everybody is that we have fundraiser templates. So you can also set up a template so that anybody that's clicking fundraise on your organization page isn't landing on a blank fundraiser page. They're getting some of your copy, some example images, and so you can use that to empower your board members as well.
Perfect. And now that you say that, I think probably board members would all be within ours, but then we have students who want to promote and maybe tell their own story. So those are the ones that we could utilize the individual page. Okay,
exactly. Perfect. Yeah, good question.
Jordan, Emily has a question. Is there an easy way to migrate recurring donors from another donation platform like PayPal so that they are then on coloradogives.org? Do you have a thought or recommendation on that?
Yeah, good question. I mean, unfortunately, there's no migrate. They would be taking the action of setting up a new recurring gift from anytime from November 1st onward to take advantage of that $250,000 recurring gift match. So that would be what you're telling them to do. Hey, we've got this opportunity. We've got lower fees on coloradogives.org. And so we ask this Colorado Gives Day that you are setting up a monthly gift, and you can provide them the exact link with your form that's defaulted to monthly. And so, yeah, there's no way to migrate someone who's set up a gift on, say, PayPal for monthly over to Colorado Gives. You have to segment that group of folks, and you have to make the ask. And so that can be one of your strategies for Colorado Gives Day, using that 250K recurring match language that we provide, and talking to those folks and explaining to them the value of moving over. Good
And
question.
follow-up question to that, Jordan, what if they already have a recurring gift set up through coloradogives.org? Should people ask them to cancel it and redo it, or what's your advice there?
Yep. So the match is only for new recurring gifts set up. As far as how you approach that with your donors, I think that strategy is up to each nonprofit. Just note that it has to be a new recurring gift set up in order to qualify for that $250,000 recurring gift match. And so within that, there might be a little finesse for anybody who's already running a strong recurring gift campaign on Colorado Gives. So maybe it's setting up a second gift. Maybe it's stopping your current gift and upgrading to $100 from their $50 monthly recurring gift. So there's definitely some ways that you can manage your communications to inspire folks through that gift match.
Thanks, Jordan. We have a few minutes for maybe one or two more questions, and then we'll have you wrap it up, Jordan. Does anyone else have a question they'd like to ask? Here's one. If our new recurring donors set up their donations through Colorado Gives Day, would we have their information? Would the nonprofit have that?
Yep. So you have access to all of your donor data in real time. And so you're logging in as an admin, you're heading to the reports area, and you can see all donations. And we have a bunch of filters and ways that you can kind of slice and dice and download all of that information. Make sure to download it, because what you see on your screen is just a snippet of the actual transaction information that you get on Colorado Gives.
Perfect. Okay. We're going to take this last question. Jess, it's going to be for you. I don't know if you want to be prepared to share your screen, but Christian is new and is interested in, beyond Colorado Gives Day, what year-round toolkit assets might be available and resources that they can take advantage of anytime.
Yeah, so thank you for queuing me up for sharing my screen. Okay, can everyone see that? So as we walk through the nonprofit resource page, we do have assets that you can leverage. So scroll down. I still have everything brought in, so it won't be like that when you go to the page. But here under year-round resources, there's a year-round giving toolkit. So essentially what we've created for Colorado Gives Day, we have for year-round as well. So we have a campaign out there right now. We do have some 30-second spots. So the year-round campaign is all centered around storytelling. So there's a lot of video out there in the marketplace right now, but we have assets, radio script, social media as well. So feel free to use this for year-round. It will be our campaign next year as well. So we're focusing on this until mid-October, and then we're going to stop and then transfer over to Colorado Gives Day. And then next year in the spring, we'll start a paid media campaign for year-round again. So thank you for that question. Very great question.
I will drop that in the link, and I'm sucker. One more question, and then we're going to call it a day. Jordan, can you please explain how they can embed the donation widget, the free donation widget on their page?
Totally. Yeah. So again, you're logging in as an admin as a first step. You're navigating to your fundraising resources area on your organization page. And within that, you'll see an area for widgets. It's so simple. You can update the coloring of your widget. You can update the suggested donation amounts, and then you literally hit copy and you paste it on your website. And so it's contained. So it's a really easy embed experience for you to put one or multiple widgets on your external website. And we love that, because we want donors to stay on your website, but still be able to give and have those donations count towards Colorado Gives Day.
And Jess is sharing her screen again to show you where that information lives on the nonprofit resource page. So you navigate down to where it says embeddable donation forms and widgets, and it'll show you exactly how to use the free one or the form if you choose to do that. Okay, we are at time. Jordan, would you like to say a few closing words?
Well, just thank you to everybody who shows up to this thing and gets as excited as we are about Colorado Gives Day and about generosity and specifically digital fundraising. We are here to support you guys year round. So we love feedback. We want to hear from you. And if you need support, I hope today helped show you all of the different resources that can support you for the big giving day and year round. So thank you guys, and we'll talk soon. We'll see a lot of you in October.